What's good, family? What's good? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm back at it. Let me give you my picks for Week 6. Oh, man. Last week was crazy. Last week was crazy. Hope y'all made some money. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all made some money, because I did. So we're going to make some money this week. Here's what we're going to start off with. We got 2 Florida teams playing each other, but they ain't playing each other in Florida. They going to England. Tell me how that works out. But we got the Miami Dolphins, and I believe Tua's coming back, playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that mess they got over there with Urban Meyer and his nonsense. And I tell you all the time, where a quarterback gets drafted matters. The fact that you have crown jewel in Trevor Lawrence getting drafted in a situation with a coach who seems like he's in over his head. He does. He seems like he's in over his head with NFL players. But we have Miami on neutral ground, giving 3. I like Miami. Now we have Green Bay going to Chi-Town, playing division rival, and they giving 6. They're giving 6. Because of the simplicity in their offense with Chicago, I think Green Bay's defense is going to look a lot better than what it is right now. Even though not him as Jaire Alexander, they went and got the linebacker from Dallas, which I think was a good look. I like Green Bay. Now we got Cincinnati going to Detroit. Detroit has lost some heartbreakers this year. But for the gamblers out there, they've covered a lot of spreads. So I know the gamblers are happy when you like Detroit. But now you got Cincinnati coming to town, and they're only giving 3.5. Somehow, some way, I got a feeling Detroit's gonna end up busting up this tiny little spread. Got a lot of home underdogs this week. A lot of home underdogs. That's why I think there's gonna be some upsets this week. A lot of home underdogs. But Detroit could be the upset. Detroit very well could be the upset. Yeah, I know how much I like Joe Burrow, but Detroit very be the upset. I like him at the very least to cover. Now we got Indy at home, giving 10 to Houston. 2 teams. I think they both 1-4. Indy's a much better team than Houston, even though their record doesn't say it. They should have beat Baltimore. I knew somehow in the world they wouldn't. Lamar Jackson's that dude. I'll get to that a little bit later. But Carson Wentz is playing well. I got to give credit where it's due. They'll cover this 10 against Houston. Just talking to my bro. I won't name drop. He was asking me who I like this week as far as my lock. And before I did all my research, I said if I'm being objective, and I know it's hard for me to be objective when it comes to my Giants, but being objective, we got the Rams against my Giants giving 8. Giants have more injuries than a little bit. And the way Sean McVay attacks the edges, knowing the Giants are weak on the edges of the defense. They're stout in the middle, good secondary, but weak on the edges. I like the Rams giving 8. Even though they're in New York and it looks like Daniel Jones is going to play. I'm rooting for the upset. Y'all know that. I'm Big Blue all the way. But for being objective, take the Rams. KC is coming to Washington, and they're giving 6.5. KC's defense makes bad offenses look a lot better than what they are. I mean, they gave 30-some points to Jalen Hurts. And the fact that Washington can rush the quarterback, I think they'll keep this game interesting. I think KC still wins. Then we have Minnesota against Carolina. Carolina's wet the bed the last couple of weeks in games that they should have won, particularly the game against Philly. They should have won that game. Minnesota's right where they belong, in my opinion. Right where they belong. A talented football team, but something's missing. And before it was always Kirk Cousins you could point the finger at, but I can't really blame him. He's going to get the blame for it. But I'm not pointing the finger at him. But will they win this game? Given 2.5 in Carolina? Given 2.5 in Carolina? Carolina's been wetting the bed the last couple of weeks. But Minnesota's a team you can't really count on, despite the talent that they have. I'm going to roll with Carolina one more time. Don't put your money on it, but I'm going to roll with Carolina one more time. Now we have the Chargers versus Baltimore, one of the premier games this week. 2 young premier quarterbacks in Baltimore. They're giving 2.5. Chargers are a better team top to bottom. Baltimore, you don't have any injuries they're dealing with. But like I said to y'all, Lamar Jackson is now throwing for 400 yards from the pocket. And you already know he's probably, outside of the cheetah, he's definitely one of the top 5 fastest players in the league. Definitely the fastest quarterback. I mean, good luck. Good luck. What are you going to do with this guy? There's nothing you're going to do with him. Nothing. Chargers do not defend the run well. They don't defend the run well. I think Lamar Jackson is going to light up the stat sheet. I think he's going to light up the scoreboard. And they've been winning these kind of shootout games with Lamar Jackson performing magical late. And he's been doing this without turning the ball over. Without turning the ball over, I expect some more of that in a great back-and-forth football game. I'm taking the Ravens. Another premier football game, we have Arizona versus Cleveland. As stacked as Arizona is, top to bottom roster-wise, they went and got Zach Ertz. Good look for them. Roster-wise, they're not as stacked as Cleveland. No one's as stacked top to bottom as Cleveland. If Cleveland had Kyler Murray, they're in the Super Bowl, nothing to talk about. I'm going to say this again. If Cleveland had Kyler Murray, they'd be in the Super Bowl, nothing to talk about. Wouldn't be a conversation. They'd be in the Super Bowl. It's Cleveland and everyone else. But they have Baker Mayfield, who's not a bad quarterback, but can he take you to the next level? They're playing against a team that gets after the quarterback. Chandler Jones might not be playing, which Baker Mayfield, you better salute that. Yeah, I mean, basically the 2 best edge guys in the league outside of TJ Watt, or JJ Watt's playing in this game. Like, 2 of the 3 best in the league would have been playing in one game. It would have been nice to see them go back and forth, even though they're not on the field at the same time. I expect a great football game. The way Arizona stood tall defensively against Derrick Henry and their running game, now they're going to have to show that same kind of effort defensively, standing tall against Cleveland's running game, because nobody runs the ball better than Cleveland. They're playing in Cleveland. They're going to need that kind of same defensive effort against Cleveland. So this way you put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands. If you make the choice where, okay, Mayfield to make plays or Kyler Murray to make plays, I'm taking Kyler Murray every time. Every mother effing time. I like Arizona. We have the Vegas Raiders in Denver. Denver's giving 4. I'm taking Denver just off the fact that I don't think the Raiders right now are focused on football. I don't know. Everybody wants to talk about, okay, they could come together and do this, that. I need to see it. We all know what happened with their coach this week. You know, the fact that he put everything on paper is the thing that blows my mind. In emails, and this is like not 1 or 2. This is like numerous emails. You know, the DeMaurice Smith joke I thought was half-assed funny. Where he lost me was what he said about Eric Reid. That's where I jumped off the boat. Like, and I had a lot of respect for John Gruden as a coach, as a teacher of football. You know what I'm saying? I think what he did, I think he was a great team builder. I always said that. And I said that because, yeah, he won the Super Bowl with Tampa, a team he didn't build, but the team he beat was the team he did build. Think about that. But he basically pissed his whole career away. And I anticipate he will not be the only one, because that investigation had nothing to do with him, and he ended up losing his career. He will not be the only one. Moving forward, I just don't think right now the Raiders are all on the same page. I think they're still dealing from the effects of that, and I don't think they're going to be completely focused on football. I think they'll put forth a good effort early, but I think that the defensive pressure that Denver is going to bring with Vic Fangio, I think will weigh on them, and I won't be surprised if this game gets a little ugly. Taking Denver. Now we got Dallas on the road in New England. This used to be a premier football game. Why? Because you had Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's not there no more. Dallas still has their premier quarterback. You know, Dak Prescott, who's, I mean, you can make an argument he's MVP right now. You can't make that argument. But what people need to understand is Dallas is great this year because they are really running the football well. They are really wonderful with Tony Pollard's playing well. Zeke's playing well. The O-line is healthy. Tyron Smith is healthy. We already know Zach Martin Give him his yellow jacket now. Let's get this shit over with already. Give him his yellow jacket now. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. Give that man his yellow jacket now. Tyron Smith is healthy. Can he stay healthy? Lawal Collins is coming back. That offensive line is dominating up front. They're back to looking like the way they looked in Zeke's rookie year. That was y'all heard me say about this. I've told Rosamond the year Zeke got drafted. Dude said, who you want Dallas to draft? I said, I hope they get Bosa. They said, if he get Bosa, he's going to kill your boy Eli. I said, yeah, I'd rather that than them getting Zeke. Why? Because if he gets Zeke behind that O-line, Zeke's going to get 2,000. Because that's how good that O-line was. And remember when they had DeMarco Murray. That's how good that O-line was. So when you match a great O-line with fast running backs, one cut, boom. This is why you get these gash runs where he's already 10 yards down the field before he gets touched. You see it with Tony Pollard, and you're seeing it now with Zeke again. You haven't seen this in the last few years. They're running the ball so well. Dak is playing great football. The defense is playing very, very well. I think the defense can get touched. I would have loved to have seen that game go on with Daniel Jones being healthy. I would have loved to have seen that. Would love to have seen that. We see what Kadarius Toney has done. Yes, Diggs is playing great football. He's going to be all-pro. He's going to the Pro Bowl. There's nothing to talk about. He's earned that already just off the first few games. Just off the first 4 or 5 games. He's earned that title already. People are talking about him right now as Defensive Player of the Year. So, Pro Bowl, all-pro, he's earned that already. I want to see what happens when they start playing against great quarterback play. Mac Jones is efficient. I like Mac Jones. I don't think he has the targets to scare Dallas. That's the problem. I don't think they don't really scare you down the field. And the fact that Diggs, if you're not going to challenge him down the field, that means he just gets to plant and jump routes, which is why he already has 6 picks. You put him in a situation where he gets to, I don't know so much if he's a shutdown, but he's a great plant and drive corner. Great plant and drive. If you're not challenging, the Giants challenged him with double moves. You have to challenge him with double moves because you got to make him think deep. You have to make him think deep. On that deep ball that Glennon threw, Daniel Jones throws that ball. I think that's a touchdown. Daniel Jones has a better arm than Glennon. See, a quarterback can do that kind of shit when you're going against a guy with a weak arm. And so you can make up that distance. But when you're playing against a great arm that can get the ball out in front, you can't make up that distance. Mac Jones doesn't have that cannon. I like Dallas giving 3.5 on the road. Now we got Seattle versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh giving 5. Pittsburgh came to life last week. And they're playing against a backup quarterback. At home. Prime time. Geno Smith. Never liked Geno Smith. Sorry, never have. I think I've seen him a couple of games in college that I liked. And every other game in college I liked him, I did not like. Sorry. Every other game I saw him in college I did not like. I didn't. I've never liked him in the league. Seattle does not have a great defense. One thing Pittsburgh does do is defend the run well. And they're home. I think this is my stone cold lock. Pittsburgh giving 5 over Seattle. That's my stone cold lock. Now we got Buffalo on the road, Tennessee. Now last year, Buffalo came on the road to Tennessee. I think it was around this time last year, this week last year. Buffalo got the shit beat out of them. Tennessee just walked up down the field on them. They couldn't pressure the quarterback. Derrick Henry was embarrassing people. R.I.P. Josh Norman. So that man leads the league in bit decision. But this is a different Buffalo defense. Follow me on IG. I think Buffalo right now is the best team in football. And I just don't trust Tennessee. I don't trust Tennessee. Tennessee has to do more to establish trust in games like this. Winning a games like that, I'm saying they got to blow them out the way they did last year. But winning a game like this will do more to establish that trust. And the fact that Buffalo is doing more than just force-feeding Stefon Diggs like what they was doing last year. Tennessee is the guys who put the blueprint. Okay, double up Diggs. Force him to go elsewhere. And that kind of fucked up the game for him. Buffalo is more well-rounded. The only thing I had to give a critique is their running game is basically Josh Allen. That's the only thing I don't like. Y'all already know I don't like Tennessee's defense. I like Buffalo's offense. I like Buffalo's defense. I like Buffalo's coaching. They're giving 5.5 on the road. Buffalo is that load of the football team. I'm taking the Bills. That's my take. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.